Good day everyone, my name is Bendoy Ruby and we are assigned to report the information sheet number 3, the MICE Planner. I'm with Baryoga Kristen May, Samuel Cherry, and Tahod Queenie. So MICE stands for M for meetings, I for incentives, C for conference, and E for exhibitions. So, meaning of MICE Planner. Individuals or groups who sponsor meetings usually appoint a single individual or committee to coordinate the meeting. The person coordinating the meeting is called several names MICE Planner. Meeting planner, meeting manager, coordinator, meeting director, and professional congress organizer or the PCO. So, characteristics and responsibilities of MICE planners. MICE planners must possess strong administrative and leadership qualities. In a study conducted by Strick and Montgomery, the following are personalities, characteristics of successful MICE planners. Organized is very essential when it comes to meetings. Para ang flow sa meeting is peaceful and beautiful. And then efficient. He or she must work in a well-organized and in a competent way. And then responsive is also very important para maka-create og interaction between the host and to the other meetings. And then attentive is also very important. Dapat sa isa ka meeting attentive ka. You should listen carefully and be observant. And then intelligent, and then prompt. Be prompt. Kung unsa ang nasabutan nga time for the meeting, if the meeting starts at 8 o'clock, then you should arrive at 8 also. Here, dili ka magpa-feeling VIP. And then, courteous. Have a good manners and politeness. You should have a good manners and politeness. Then friendly and hospitable. Very understandable na siya kaayo, no? Then in here, you should be friendly and hospitable sub. Then responsibilities of the MICE planners. In general, MICE planners are responsible for the following. The first is plan the agenda of the meeting. As a MICE planner, you should plan the agenda or list of meeting activities in order in which they are to be taken up, beginning with a call to order and ending with adjournment. And then establish the objectives of the meeting. Is a MICE planner responsibility sab nimo nga mag-create og mga objectives sa meeting. And then predict the attendance. Also, you are responsible to check the attendance sa attendees. Set the budget of the meeting. As a MICE planners, ensure the budget of the meeting para sa mga snacks and other palitunon para sa event. And then select the site of the meeting. As a MICE planner, you should look for the right venue and booking that space before anyone else can get to it first. And then select the meeting facility. As a MICE planner, you should look for a example, hotel or any function hall, or it depends on your theme kung where ninyo i-held ang inyong event. So I've select the hotel. So as I've said earlier nga mangita mo hotel kung where ninyo gusto i-held ang inyong event. And then negotiate contracts and plan exhibition. So, as a MICE planner, the speaker should provide communication of ideas, information, feelings, and values. Then, prepare the exhibitor correspondence and packet. Then, create a marketing plan. As a MICE planner, define your strategy and identify the best activities sa mga mahitabo sa event. And also, you should know how to handle or how to address if ever na ay mga panghitabo sa event. And then arrange ground transportation and organize shipping. That is very understandable, no? And then organize audiovisual needs. As a MICE planner, dapat naka-prepare na ang mga lights and sound system and other gadgets that are going to use in a meeting or in that event. Let's proceed to the on-site activities. First, conduct pre-event briefing. As a MICE planner, you should brief your team and to the volunteers before mag-start ang event para smooth ang flow sa inyong event. Second, prepare executive plan. It is to provide an optimal solution to benefit limitation issues. So, As a MICE planner, kabalo jud ka dapat kung unsaon pag-address if ever na ay mga panghitabo or any situation ana nga event, ana nga day. And then move people in or out. As a MICE planner, we can control those attendees nga magsige og gawas sulod. And then you as a MICE planner dapat kabalo ka mo adjust ana if ever. And then troubleshoot. If ever na mga serious problem ang meeting or ang event, you should know how to address or the strategies of how to handle that scenarios or any situation. And then lastly is the approve invoices. So let's proceed to post-meeting activities. Debrief. Meeting with your team before you carefully deconstruct and analyze a previous event. So kinahanglan sad nato nga i-debrief nato ato ang mga team or ang mga volunteer para ang event dili siya magka problema or magkatibulaan. And then evaluate. And at the end of the meeting, take time for learning kung unsa imuhang na-learn about that meeting. And then provide recognition and appreciation. Ensure that you should appreciate sa mga ni-attend sa event and thank them that without them, dili ma-successful ang event. And also lastly, plan for next year. You should plan for next year kung unsa ang mga strategies nga imuhang buhaton sa umaabot na mga event kung unsa ang imuhang i-improve or pangkwaon. So ana lang. So these responsibilities may vary due to the nature of the association, corporation, or group that the planner is representing. In general, the association and corporate planners are responsible for all aspects of the meeting, including the agenda, while the independent meeting planner may only be responsible for certain aspects of the meeting, such as site selection, agenda planning, budgetary matters, and negotiation. That is the end of my report. Thank you.
Hello everyone. This topic is a continuation of Ruby's report. Pre-meeting activities. The first is the meeting agenda. Before a MICE planner can start planning the meeting, he or she must know why the meeting is being held. So, as we all know, kita man jud tanan as naman jud tay meeting or kuan nagabalo na jud ni first maymon jud na ang kanang speaker nga ang atong agenda karon sa atong meeting mao na siya mao ni. Then the meeting and convention are often held for several reasons training, problem solving, brainstorming, planning, networking, team building, and etc. So kaning meetings kanang walo naman jud ta nga ang meetings na gina siya about yun na sa grupo ninyo nga makaayo or na ba may gimitingan nga problema ba ka or mag team building ba mo. If the MICE planner is involved in the meeting agenda, he or she should give advice with regard to the proper handling specific type of meetings. Next is meeting objectives. The meeting agenda provides the basis for the establishment of objectives. These meeting objectives in turn will provide the groundwork for the budget, the site selection, and the site facility. So kani siyang meeting objectives naadri ang listahan sa mga naadri ang list sa anang kuan sa ang unsay purpose sa inyong agenda o anang unsay mga important matters nga inyong paghisgutan. Next is budget of meeting. Setting a budget of meeting is difficult task. It is a successful in the MICE planner is consulted before the budget is finalized. A working budget should be established and used as a guideline in making decision. The planner should be consulted when changes in the budget are made. The budget should contain income and expenditure as thoroughly as possible. Many mice planners have lost their clients or job because of their inability to hold the event within established budget. So kaning budget meeting naadri ang list sa kanang listahan nga ang gi-expect ang, di ba, panalitan ang mag-meeting mo. So nadya ang list sa inyong expect nga expenses and revenues nga mag-provide sa ang tanang kinahanglan, ang tanang kanang appeal sa meeting makabalo sa plano ug unsay mga listahan sa gi-expect nga expenses o revenue sa sumusunod nga adlaw or sa sumusunod nga plano nga inyong pagahimuon. So there are income for meeting, convention, or exposition could include the following. First is the registration fees. Second is exhibitor fees. Kaning exhibitor fees is the fees paid to the business by exhibitor in exchange for the right exhibit goods and services at conference event on the website. Then company or sponsoring organization money revenues. Next is the advertising revenues. So kaning advertising revenues kaning mo siya ang income nga ma-earn from displaying or kanang gi-advertise sa social media channels or sa any kind of platforms. Next is revenues from a sale of educational materials, event sponsoring contribution, the registration fees, interest, and a grant of contribution. Next is expenses for meetings, convention, and exposition could include the following. First is the meeting planner fees. Second is the marketing expenses. So di man jud malikayan na man jud mga expenses jud sa tuang mga plano, tong mga meetings. Next is printing and copying expenses. So naman jud di man jud pud malikayan nga inig meeting na jud kay ipa-print, maggasto jud ka din mailings nang kani siya kay mo process nga sending something by mail or naghatag ka og unsa ba diha. Fifth is shipping. Kini siya kay change palitan. Example is kanang mag-charge ka sa kanang a charge imposed by a retail company to send merchandise to a customer. So naman jud na siya para sa Shopee naman jud inig mo palit ka naman jud na siya di man wala ang shipping fee. Ano siya example. Then support supplies such as office supplies, support staff, and audiovisual equipment, signage, speaker fees, honorarium, and expenses. So kaning honorarium is kaning payment given for professional service that are rendered without change. Next is mementos for guests and attendees, tours, ground transportation, spousal programs, food and beverage events. Kani mo yung mga manaadyo ni siya di jud malikayan apo jud ni siya expenses kaning food and beverage events. Then gratuities kani siya kay kanang a tip for a waiter or waitresses, or kanang tigaan mo siya tip mo na siya example. Then interpreter, then ang on-site personnel mo na siya ang person nga gihire or gi-retain as employees of property manager to perform service at the properties. Then rental fees for meeting and exposition space. And the next topic is reported by Queenie Tahud.